Good evening, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. You can put that in the chat if you'd like to let us know where you are watching from. We have a big audience on Rumble, so I want to shout out to them. Thank you so much, Robert and Ali are on Rumble. Good evening to you. Let's see, what else did we want to talk about here? We're going to do spirit messages tonight. And those that make a donation to the show, which is not, you're not obligated to do that, but if you'd like to do that, it's a $4.99 minimum, and you can put it to my Venmo, which is Carolan Carey, CAROLAN-CAREY. That would move you up in line if we do get a line tonight. And I think that you can do a rant on Rumble, but I think all of the donations need to go through my Venmo account. We're in transition here with YouTube and some other things. So in September, we won't be on YouTube anymore. We'll just be uploaded to BitChute. We'll be streaming live on Twitter. We'll be live on my Twitter account. I think it's my Psychic Medium Carolan Carey. Rumble, it's in the Psychic Flow or the Goldylocks Productions. You can see all the shows there on Rumble. And BitChute, they will be loaded up. What else, Tiffany? We're on all audio platforms. So, if you like Joe Rogan or something on Spotify, don't forget to jump on Goldylocks Productions as well, so you can catch all our shows. What else did I want to say? We have come off. I was on my Facebook page, Psychic Medium Sarasota, but we're not able to stream from there. So we're having some things we're elected to drop out of, and other things we're kind of forced to drop out of because it's just with the computer situation, with all the crashes and stuff, we're having issues. I was supposed to be on Kelly Jo's show last week, and she had to cancel because Blog Talk was down. And that's where I initially started on with Reverend Tiffany's Goldylocks production. It was radio at that time, and it was on Blog Talk, but we were having difficulty. So we switched to a couple other things. Then we went to StreamYard, and that so far has been very good for all of the shows. But now we're having some things. So I guess, you have to shake things up once in a while. So that's what's going on. Excuse me. What else did I want to say? Today is July 25th. That must be Marcia. Hi, Marcia. Hello. How are you? And I see Carol was in the chat as well. Hi, Ruth. Nice to have you with us this evening, as always. That is Carol. Got that. I said hello to Robert. He's on Rumble. So we'll see what happens, how crowded we get or uncrowded we get. What happens is I usually start taking my time, because I have time in the beginning. Then by 8:30, it starts filling up. So I just want to look at, let me just open this. I have a little something to open with. Peace around the world prayer. Okay, here we go. Since we're having, this is good. It's just a short one. Please free our world from conflict. Bring unity to troubled nations. Let your glorious peace reign in every heart and dispel all darkness and evil. And this is Prayers for Peace, My Catholic Life. So if you want to look at that, you are welcome to do that. So I just like to start, since we're in such a tumultuous time. Every little prayer helps, I would say. Oh, let me also do, I know I'm bragging, and I apologize for this. I'm trying to figure out why I don't do more global predictions, but sometimes I just don't. I have trouble loading them on the program on this laptop. It keeps telling me I'm out of space, and I've emptied everything off it, and I'm still having problems. The other thing, it takes a while. to load, and I get impatient. The other thing is I don't always like what I see. You know, I'm concerned. So what can I say about that? So when I finally steel my nerves and do it, you know, I'm like, okay, come on now, you got to do this. I'm amazed at what comes out and what is validated. Validation is very important to me as a spirit medium, a spirit communicator, because we want our sitters, our recipients, to feel, to be assured that I have their loved one in spirit. So we ask our spirit loved ones to give me some evidence of who they are, what they look like, what their personality was like, what they did for an occupation, things like that. So I asked them to volunteer that kind of stuff so that I can give you something to connect with. I just don't want to say, you know, granddad without giving you a description or what I'm getting empathically, how he feels or what he's saying. So, and if I can't validate him, I'll go back in if I have to. So I just like to, that's why I like to have validation. And I will read that out for the people who are listening on all of the audio platforms. I'll read out any questions I get and any validations I get so you feel like you're part of the show. Okay. So anyway, on the global predictions, the last one I did, I don't know where I posted that now. I can't remember. Oh, I put it on Facebook. Carolan Carey, and it is the one with the I have two pages. One's a control page, the other one is where I post, and that one has an American flag on the beach. So that's how you will know that's the one. I also have the Psychic Medium of Sarasota group if you want to join that. Sometimes I put a little funny thing or a spiritual thing on there. And the Psychic Medium of Sarasota page, I don't know what we're going to do with that now because we can't broadcast live from there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that page, but we'll see. So I posted on two pages, and I think I put it on my website and a couple other places. I got the validation about the attempt on President Trump's life. That was in there. The other thing was I kept getting an explosion, and then yesterday or the day before, I noticed that it was in the paper that Yellowstone had a unusual explosion geyser, and I said it might be a geyser, it might be like it was definitely natural, not man-made, and so that came through too. And I like to brag about it because to me it's important to get validation. It's important for me. I don't care whether you're probably like, who cares, lady? But I do care because that means that I'm doing a good job to me. And I haven't been doing the crystal ball very long, maybe a year. So, all right, guys, calm down now. Okay? Okay. Don't make me have to put sugar in as referee, you guys. The two little gentlemen I have, Patty and Teddy, are running around like nuts. Okay. So our first person tonight is going to be Robert. Robert, thank you for joining us and for making a contribution to the show. I am going to pull a card for you. Let me... No more chasing. Come on now. Be good. Be good. Try something new. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, I like this. Globe Amaranth is immortality. I'm going to pull you another one too because I'm not crazy about this one. This is for you, Robert. This is an unusually bright color. It looks like a pine cone kind of shape. And it is Globe Amaranth, whatever that is. And it says immortality. So what would I say about that for you? Let me see. Do I have a page here? Let me look at that. Globe. Oh, rats. Let's see if I can see. Globe. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here it is. 40. 60. All right, when my eyesight's going, it's not too good. What is that? It'll be kind of hard because I can't read this. Let's see. There we go. The earth provides and shelters. The earth and all the divas and spirit beings watch and work with you. You live in an abundant and fertile universe. Let's see. This flower is traditionally used in teas, poultices, infusions, creams, and lotions. Abundance surrounds you. Open your eyes and heart to see. Okay, I'm going to go with that for you because I'm just speaking from my own experience. I hope my own experience, sharing my experience with people while I'm like giving messages. It's not too boring. I hate to do that. Can't stop myself. Anyway, when you're working, after you've been working so many years, Robert, I'm guessing, the magic kind of goes out of it. When you first start, you're like, oh, I'm making good money, blah, blah, blah. Then after, 25 years or something, work life starts to wear on you. And you're kind of like, okay, I've had enough of this already, correct me if I'm wrong. So we could become cynical and immune to the joys of abundance around us that is only ours for the asking. I cannot tell you how many times I forget to ask for help. How many times? We're surrounded by these beautiful, glorious, celestial beings, guides, totem animals. All we have to do is ask. And God, ask. All we have to do. Dear God, thank you in advance. I need help with this. Thank you. That's all we have to do. It is so difficult for me to remember that. So that's my word of advice for you, Robert. Now, let's get a spirit person in here. And I have your usual party of 3 for Robert. And of course, your mother, who loves to come in. She is, excuse me. Excuse me. She is, she's like awestruck. There's people on the other side, celebrities, famous individuals, politicians, Hollywood types, that she is amazed she can have conversations with. So I have to share that. I don't know if I've shared that with you before, Robert. But she is in awe of these people. She says, and they're like regular people over here. Like there's no need for security. There's no need. She goes, I'm dragging out my little autograph book, and they are like, I don't even have time to ask them for that because they're conversing with me. So she's very, very happy. Hi, Pooja. Hi, Melissa Parks. How are you? Hi, Kim Smith. Absolutely will do. Robin. Hi, Robin. Watching from Rumble. Nice to see all you joining us. Hi, Linnell. Thank you. So your mom, Robert, is telling me all about her celebrity stalking she's doing over there. She's having a wonderful time. And somebody with her, I don't know if this is the sort of uncle figure for you or someone else, but it might be him. I feel very patriotic around this gentleman. As soon as he enters the waiting room, I feel very patriotic and very humble gentleman here. And I feel that this is the uncle that passed, or the gentleman that is like an uncle to you, that you looked up to. So I believe he is here as well. And his message is for you. You know what he's saying to me? This is interesting. I wonder if you will get this, Robert. I don't know what this means for you. He says, eyes wide open. So I think what he's saying to me is, keep your eyes wide open. Like, don't forget to look. Don't forget to pick your head up and look around, okay, at what the abundance around you and the possibilities. So I'm going to leave you with that, Robert. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much for joining us. And before I forget, I am going to get, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Marcia. Let me get Lee while she's over there on Rumble so I don't forget her, okay? So let me do Lee a minute. Lee. I pulled the card for Robert because he made a donation to the show and gave him a little bit longer message. So I will move along quicker now. Thank you very much. So we can stay on point. Lee. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show, Lee. I really appreciate that. A lovely note. And I put everything aside to write you a note back. And I said, I'm not sitting down to write anything, but I want to let you know, I have cards I have to mail out, and I thought I would do it then. I know I'm going to forget. So please excuse that rudeness of not returning your note, but I want to let everyone know how thoughtful you are. So there you go, Lee. Thank you very much. Lee, let's see. What are we going to get for you here? I have someone talking about they're giving me colossal, the word colossal. Or is it something else? Is it colonoscopy? Is it colossal? Not sure. But I'm going to write that down because I'm not sure. This is a gentleman. I have a gentleman on the other side. Is this Dad? Do we have Dad on the other side for Lee? I think we do, if I recall. I don't always recall readings. Some people I've been doing the show for 5 years, so I've had some people for several years, and so and I've done personal readings with them, so I remember some of their spirit people. I don't remember everybody's, but so if I act kind of vague, if I don't remember from week to week, that's why. I feel like I have a father figure for you, Lee. I think he's been in before. He gives me this word, and I don't know if it's colossal or colonoscopy. Big difference. Maybe that'll trigger something in you. Talking about traveling, I almost feel like a traveling salesman or something, but this gentleman, he liked traveling or was interested in geography or maps or the world and different places and locations. I wonder if that makes sense to you. And coins. I also have coins here. I'm seeing gold coins. So I'm wondering if he put money away. He's remarking on that, or he's encouraging you to do that. I always say there's more travel for you, Lee, and I don't know when. I'm thinking 2025. And of course, you won't be alone. I don't know if your partner will be able to travel or not. Not sure. I might have you confused with somebody else that husband doesn't like to travel. But I do see you traveling with some friends or family. So I'm wondering where that is. It feels warm to me. It could be Florida. It could be Greece. It could be Italy or something like that. It feels Mediterranean. It could be Caribbean. It's that kind of weather and that kind of vibe, Lee. So I hope that makes sense to you. Also, I see you going through a closet, like, so you're emptying closets out because someone's remarking about that. That's what I'm saying. Seeing you you clean like I do. You're like, empty the closet and throwing things out. And then I got this big pile of stuff. And I'm like, well, I meant to throw that in the throw out pile. And this is for the goodwill pile. This is for the maybe pile. So I'm wondering if you're doing some of that, Lee. Thank you for joining the show. Okay, where am I? Let me get back here. Oh, we got new comments. Let's see what's going on. Missed the cooking thing. Love those. Oh, thank you. Oh, Lanka's watching on Rumble too. Oh, and Robert says, thank you, Carolan. Uncle Charlie. That's right, because I have an Uncle Charlie as well. You think I would have remembered that. Uncle Charlie is my mom's brother and my idol growing up, correct. Thank you, Robert, for confirming that for me. Lanka is also watching on Rumble, so let me get to her a moment. I did Lee. Lanka. Let's see. This is different. Have I gotten this lady before? I have a lady here, I would feel is a grandmother's age. Maybe even great grandmother. I'm going to stay with grandmother. And the reason I'm saying that is because she's very polite. Is polite the word that I want to use? Gracious. Let me use gracious. I feel very gracious with her. And I feel like I have like either lace doilies or crochet doilies or lace tablecloth, something like that on the table. It looks like a teapot and, you know, china cups to me. And some kind of pie. And I want to say blueberry for some reason. And she's talking about lemons, strawberries, lemons, those kind of fruits. Beautiful. Something is very aromatic. She's got the window open a bit and these curtains blowing. So I can kind of see into her yard. So I'm wondering if she had some of these bushes or trees in her yard. So Lenka, I have this lady for you, and she's very, I would say gracious, like almost a Southern hospitality feeling with her. And I know you're from Australia, but that's the vibe that I get. Let's see. What is she talking about? Oh, here's the song I'm getting. Why am I getting this for you? What is that song? Slow down, you move too fast. Gonna make the morning last. This is why I don't sing. Slow down. Slow down. Let's see. No, that's not it. Okay, hold on. Slow down, you move too fast. Gonna make the morning last. Slow down. If anybody knows that song, you can drop it in the comments. Down. Move too fast. Ah, here it is. 59th Street Bridge. Simon and Garfunkel. I should have known that. Slow down, you move too fast. You've got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. Okay, that's for Lenka. Why am I getting that? Huh. What about flowers, too? Maybe that's why. Interesting. I'm wondering if this song is from her. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you. All is groovy. Paul Simon. Don't know why I'm getting that. Could be separate from the grandmother, or maybe she listened to that kind of music. I don't think that music was out when she was on the earth plane. Anyway, I have a very hospitable, gracious lady, classy, I would say. Everything is done very nicely. Teapot, china cups, lace tablecloth. And I get the sense of she's reminding you. She's saying, put one foot. That's where I was going. Slow down, you move too fast. One foot in front of the other. It's not a race. Okay? So that's the words of wisdom from the other side. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me, Lenka. All right. Let me get back to this page. And let's see. We have Ruth Saltman. Hi, Ruth. What part of the last tail end of your show last night? Thank you for the message. RuthSaltman.com. Please check that website out. Ruth is our resident author. She has a wonderful spirituality about her. Great show, very uplifting messages she does. So please check her out. Her show is Transitional Soul. She is on Wednesday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. On Goldylocks Productions. We are now on Rumble. Still on YouTube till September. BitChute, and all audio platforms. If I forget anything, Tiffany, let me know. Oh, Kavita's on Rumble. Okay. Got a big audience over there. So Ruth is here. She is a grandmother in spirit too. I always talk to her. She just comes in and sits down at my table here. So I don't feel, she's standing back a little bit. So I feel as though I have a gentleman here. Is this the boy's father? The boy's father. Wait a minute. You said you had a lot of uncles over there. The boy's father. Who's that, Ruth? The boy's father. Does she mean all the father of all the uncles, or the father of some of the uncles? That's what I'm getting. The boy's father. So, what does he want? Let me see what he wants to say. I feel like I had enough for a baseball team or something he's commenting on. Enough players for a baseball team as children. The amount of children he had. What is he saying to me? I also feel very Western, cowboyish with him. I don't know why. Maybe it's where he lived or what he did. I don't know. Rough and ready. I get this rough and ready kind of feeling. That might have been, I don't know if he's just talking about himself or if someone is describing him. Rough and ready is what I get. Oh, he's funny. He is showing me some old actors, black and white films of cowboys. Who was that? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Shoot. I would say like 30s or 40s, like the silent movies. Silent movie cowboys. I can see the guy's face. He's got an unusually tall cowboy hat on. There we go. William S. Hart. Okay, let me get a picture of him. I want to see this picture. Oops. Yeah, that's him. Let me show this. Oops. I wanted to show you the picture, but come on. There we go. Some days I am challenged. I don't know if you can see anything by that. William Hart. H-A-R-T. William S. Hart. 1864 to 1946. So he's showing me that, gentleman. Maybe he admired that gentleman on the screen. What's he talking about? I feel he's sort of like, I feel your pain with your grandchildren. He says, there are times I felt like I had to lasso the kids, to grab them, because they're like going helter-skelter, he says. Well, not helter-skelter, but he said they're running all over the place. So with all your grandchildren, he says, maybe I should teach you how to lasso so you can grab them faster. A lot of luck to you. And more stories, he's saying, more stories to come. So I think he either was a good storyteller or enjoyed listening to stories. So there you go, Ruth. Thank you very much for joining the show. And who was the other one on? Let me get back in here or they're going to revolt. And then I will go back to who's on the... Let me do some from here and then I'll go back to Rumble. Okay, so I got Ruth. And then Marsha. Marsha. I want to say Marsha Grady. I want to say Marsha Grady. Marsha, our feng shui master, is the sponsor for Joyful Finding Show tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Melissa Parks. So please tune in. You know, and I get, if I've said this before, I feel like you're walking down this long corridor, Marsha, and I got to get these glasses fixed. They're sliding down my head. I need new glasses because I realize I can barely see some days, like out of these. You're walking down this long corridor and there's doors, closed doors, several of them. And it's very ornate kind of corridor, you know. You're going past and you're like, it's sort of like a feeling door number 1, door number 2, door number 8. I don't know. I feel like someone's rolled out the red carpet down this corridor for you to pick and choose what you want. That's the message that I'm getting. I hope this makes sense, Marsha. You know, several doors of opportunity open, but you're going to pick and choose what it is that you want to incorporate into your life, into your business, into your life. What kind of clients? Also, did you get a big client or, you know what I'm saying? Like a commercial client, something like that. If you have not gotten that, I feel that that's on the way. It could be the end of 2024, 2025. Who's talking to me here? I think, is this a father figure for you? And he said, there's a gaggle of geese over here. And he's referring to a group of women. Calls them a gaggle of geese. And they're all, and I see a couple of ladies. This is funny. It kind of reminds me of like, the 50s, like what the 50s would look like in Palm Beach or something like that. They're sitting around the pool, some of these ladies, and one's got a big hat on, big glasses. A couple other ones, you know, one's got a bikini, one's got like a balloon kind of moo. They have cocktails with like fruit sticking out of them. One's got like a martini glass. And I feel as if this is all family and friends, and I feel that they're together on the other side. Would you recognize anyone in that group as being like 40s, 50s kind of vibe, Palm Beach kind of feel, if they were on vacation, someplace like that? I also have a cruise ship here, and I don't know why I have a cruise ship. I don't know if it's referring to someone in spirit or if that is for you, Marsha. To me, that doesn't feel like your vibe, but I'm wondering what the cruise ship is about. I could be wrong. I feel like you're the kind of person that likes to go and get there and spend all my time. I don't want to spend my whole trip getting there. I want to get there. And I'm like laser focused when I'm going someplace. That's where I want to go. I don't want to go to 5 different places. I could be wrong. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. But I do see these doors of opportunity, you being very selective and picking exactly what you want. That's what I'm hearing from a gentleman on the other side who I think is your dad. Let me know if that makes sense. Thanks, Marsha. Appreciate you being here. Melissa Parks is on here, and I'm going to get to her in a minute. I am going to get to Kim Smith, who's been very patient. Hi, Kim. So we didn't meet the right cowboy yet. We thought we did, but I had to kick him to the curb. Okay, that's all right. Practice makes perfect. I saw more of a cowboy hat. The kind of hat you were talking about reminded me of something, and a feather in it, like a Native American would wear if he was white manicized. It's not a hat that a Native American would wear, But maybe a hat he stole off a white person, or a white person gave it to him. That kind of hat. What's going on here? Getting somebody talking about a song, like, or a jingle. Pinch a penny. Something about pinch a penny. Somebody's telling me pinch a penny. That's how they were, and that's how they rolled. Maybe out of no choice at all, they had to pinch a penny. Who is this? It's female, and it's an older woman, so I feel this is a grandmother or an aunt. And you didn't call her grandma. It was something else, like Mima. Maybe a step grandmother, an aunt, extended family kind of feeling. Okay. This is showing me a rabbit, not a live rabbit, but like an Easter rabbit. So maybe she saw you on the holidays. What is she talking about? Pinch a penny. I think that was the way that what she had to do and what she did do. But to me, her doing it, if that's the way she was, for her to give you this gift, I would say at Easter, because it's a bunny, looks like an Easter bunny to me. She pinched her pennies to be able to do that. So I'm wondering if you understand who that is. A lot of love coming to you, Kim. And she is saying, yes, it is a cowboy because he's dusting off. And she said, value yourself, Kim. Value yourself. And very good advice. I feel like she spent a lot of her time single, because maybe she was widowed. She spent a lot. I feel like she spent more time widowed than she did married, or maybe she was a spinster. I don't know, but she was alone a lot of her life. I mean, alone without a husband. Talks about a sister. She has a sister. An old house. Old-fashioned. Like country, old-fashioned. Going back, like 30s. What is she talking about? What is the message she's trying to tell me? Don't devalue yourself. Make sure that you value yourself. And don't, here it is. This is not exactly, I'm paraphrasing. You can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear. Basically. It's not exactly what she said, but that's basically, you know what I'm saying. Don't try to remake him don't try to remake a square peg go in a round hole. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Those little wood things we used to play with as kids. And if it didn't fit, you had to put the round peg in the round hole and the square peg in the square peg in the hole. You can't mix them up. So she's like, don't do that to yourself. If it doesn't fit, leave it and pick the next one. So that's what I'm giving to you, Kim. I hope that makes sense. She says, may your business boom. Melissa Parks. Joyful Findings show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Goldylocks Productions. High energy show. Don't miss it. I love your background. I've been meaning to tell you, Melissa. I bought one of the beach about a month ago, and to hang up in my office that isn't done yet. Like you had mentioned, I have projects all over the place, and none of them are finished. That's me. I feel like I have attention deficit, and you called me out on that, so thank you. You're absolutely right. I wish you weren't, but you are right. These men over there, very pushy. I'm laughing as they're kind of they're fun, like shoving each other around. The brothers, a dad, and there's like a grandmother there. I think this would be a grandmother, and she's kind of, you know, laughing at these boys as they elbow their way in to the waiting room. What do they have to say for themselves? Oh, she's holding up the dog. Here you go, Melissa. She's holding up your little dog. So funny. And runs around. So funny, that dog. I think that dog was white, right? White and brown ears. What do they think? Your brothers are falling over each other to get to you to give you a message. Let's see what they have to say. The first brother, I feel there's a dad there as well, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Is there a dad over there? Grandmother, dad, the two boys. The boy that passed away first, I think he was the oldest brother. He's kneeling down on one knee, and he's holding like a hula hoop, and he's trying to teach your dog to jump through the hula hoop like a circus dog. I don't know why. The younger brother, I think, is the younger brother. The more recently passed brother is encouraging your artwork, and he's talking about, he's telling you, Melissa, I wish you could see the beautiful, the vivid, glorious colors that surround you while you are working. That's what he's saying, Melissa. He says, I wish I'm going to tap into you, he says, and send you some colors that are all around you while you are working, doing healing, and giving messages. That's what he's saying to you. Happy birthday to the youngest boy, your youngest boy, who's gotten so tall, he says. And they're both, I don't know if you had attended a school board meeting or a political event. The boys, I think there's three. I think there's a dad with them. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I have the two boys in the back of the room like this, leaning up against the wall. And they are shocked at your appearance there. They are like, good for you, Melissa. I don't know if you spoke. I can't imagine you not speaking, Melissa, if you had something to say. So anyway, they're like, good for you. So that's your message, Melissa. Thank you so much for joining the show. Pooja, how are you, dear? Did I forget somebody in Rumble? I hope I didn't. Pooja. I have a lady and a gentleman on the other side for you, Pooja. And I feel as if they are grandparents. I almost feel like somebody's saying to me, royal. They're like royalty. Like there's some sense of royalty when they come into the waiting room here. It's like a royalty. What does that mean? Is it actual royalty of a country? Or are they being treated like royalty? Or you should be treated like royalty. But anyway, I get the word royalty. I don't know why. I think the message is for you. You deserve to be treated like royalty. And I don't feel that you have, is the impression that I'm getting. And this older gentleman, I feel he has a little mustache, like a Don Amici kind of mustache. And this lady is very lovely. Does a lot of work, like food preparation very easily with a knife. Like we would have to put it on a board to cut it. She's just like, hold it. She's just chopping that thing up in her hand. I would slice my fingers off. Mango, pineapple, she's showing me. Okay. Some kind of bulb, maybe like an anise, A-N-I-S-E, anise bulb, or fennel bulb, something like that. They're both here to support you and saying you deserve better. Please value yourself, you as well. And I don't want to say darkest before the dawn, but what I'm saying is everything that you're doing right now is preparation for 2025. This is a tough year for you, but it's going to shake out okay. And I want to let you know that you're being divinely guided, and it does not come when we want it to come, and it does not come in the shape that we would like. It comes the way it comes because it's divine intervention. That's what I have to say to you, Pooja. Does that make sense? Please do not give up hope, because the perfect situation is coming for you. Oh, Linnell. Jeez, almost forgot Linnell here. Feeling groovy. My dad and uncle's father. KK. Carrie. Hi. Marcia says it does make sense to her, and you are right. And my dog is on my lap, glued to watching Carolan. They're probably, hi, Sarah, probably waiting for the other two monsters to show up. Lovely Leo. Venmo went through. I did not check, darling. I will do you right now. Just seeing who. Oh, and Kavita. Kavita, I knew there was somebody I forgot. Okay, I have to jam it in here. Let's see. We can do this. We can do this. Kavita is on Rumble, and I keep walking over her, and I forget people. I try not to, but sometimes I do. So thank you for the confirmation, validation, Marcia. I appreciate that. And hello, Marcia's pup. Love you. Sarah, KK. What did I just read? Linnell, I got to do. And Kavita. Let me do Linnell, and then I will do Kavita. Linnell, I'm sorry I paused you there. One of my super sticker people here donated to the show. Thank you very much. Let me pull you a card, darling. Let me pull you a card. No, I pulled that already. Luck and protection. I like that. Dream Messenger. Ooh, I like that one better. I'll give you these two. I have two for you, Linnell. This is, probably can't see it, the reflection. Let's see, what does it say? Beautiful. What is that? Arctic Poppy. Dream Messenger. I'm not going to look up the thing because I think you kind of know what I'm talking about already. The other one is, oh shoot, here it is. Anemone, Anemone, Anemone. Anami, I can't say that. Help me, people. I can't say that. Luck and protection. So you have these two things, two beautiful flowers here. This is luck and protection, the purple. It looks blue here, but it's like an indigo. And this one is Arctic Poppy Dream Messenger. I want to let you know, as you're flying around, astral traveling, that you do have the protection, according to this. And you're kind of like a butterfly lands. When you're doing astral projection, most people like go somewhere. Just, that's it, right? Not Linnell. She goes here, and then she jumps over here. Then she looks at this place over here. It's like she's astral traveling to different spots and sort of remote viewing at the same time. Does that make sense, Linnell? Let me get a dead person for you here. Let's see what we got. Let's get a spirit love one for Linnell. Rich. Rich. Is that someone's name, R-I-C-H, or are they saying that you are rich? This is kind of weird. I'm getting these words tonight. I'm not sure who they're coming from or which word sounds like. And I feel like I'm playing charades, you know, on the other side. Which is kind of what we do anyway when we speak to spirit people. It does feel like charades. Rich, R-I-C-H. What does that mean? Does that mean that you're going to be rich, that you're you are wealthy in abundance and prosperity of things that are surrounding you and opportunity? Or is that someone that was rich? And you know what else I'm seeing, Linnell, for you? Someone's showing me this. Joseph's coat of many colors. You know what I'm saying? Like that patchwork coat that Joseph wore. Would you understand? Joseph's coat. Color rainbow. Joseph's coat. Where's my phone? Joseph's coat. What is the meaning of that? I think I know what the meaning is, but let me just look this up quick. Joseph's coat. Joseph's coat. Coat. Joseph's coat. Oh, it's a flower. What does the Bible say about Joseph's coat? Hello. What are the colors? In the simplest sense, Joseph's coat of many colors symbolized favor, Linnell. It was a garment given to Joseph by his father. It wasn't a work garment like his brothers would wear, rather an elaborate work of art that was made to stand out. It spoke of nobility, not hard work. That's what I get for you, my dear. And it's also a flower. Who am I getting that from? You have so many people over there. This, I feel like this is one of the a woman and a gentleman, older grandparent age, that is from another country that we've talked about, like Russia, Ukraine. I feel that generations going back, I think you would know who I'm speaking about. And I always get like pickled beets, pickles with them. So that's what I'm getting. So I hope that you will know that you are protected by Joseph's coat thrown over your shoulders. So I'm going to give you that, Linnell. Thank you. Kavita, I did not forget you, and I got a couple more people I got to gram in here. Kavita. Speaking of Broadway plays, Joseph's coat was a... What was the name of that play with Joseph's coat? Anyway, Kavita, I feel like you're going into New York City for an event, like Broadway show or concert. I feel like it's a show, a play, or a musical. I also feel like you're taking your mother someplace. I don't think your mother gets out as much or is as independent as she used to be. So I feel like I'm sure you do take her place, but I feel like something coming up that she would enjoy, that you'll both enjoy together. So I do see that. Maybe surrounding art. And I feel that you've expanded your portfolio. And if you have not done so, please do so now. I know you have some different themes and scenes from Greece, little, even if it's a sidewalk cafe or fruit on the table or a bird or something. These simple forms are going to make actually lovely pictures, pieces of art. So there you go. I'm going to give you that message. I have to shorten because I got a couple more people. I got like 4 minutes. Don't worry. By the end of the year, don't worry. Pooja, did I get to you? Yes. Linnell, I got to. Miss the cooking thing. Link is watching on Rumble. Robert. Oh, thank you, Lee. Lee says, sounds good to me. No note back to me is necessary. Thank you again for your readings. You're welcome. Thank you. Feeling in group. My dad and uncle's father. Thank you, Ruth. And KK, who is Carrie. Have not read for you before. And Sarah, I got to get Sarah. Okay. Melissa says she's watching on Rumble. Thank you. And you're welcome, Melissa. And one of Pooja says one of my grandmothers on mother's side used to cut variety of fruits for us. Okay. And like I said, that felt like my other grandma. Her love language was food, and her blueberry pie was to die for. And Pooja says, thank you for that. Oh, you're right, Carol. I missed you. Thank you for the powerful message. Okay. Wonderful message. Devin. I don't know if I'm going to get to you, Devin. I'm going to try, hon. Carrie. Oh, Kavita says she's planning to see a show soon. Carol, how could I have forgotten you? Carrie. I have an older gentleman here. I want to say grandfather, great-grandfather, and I feel as if this is going back. I want to say something around World War I. I don't know what that's about. And I do feel like Dust Bowl. So I'm wondering if he was from that part of the country. And what is he showing me? He's showing me saddle things that you put your feet in. I forgot what they call those things that you put your feet in that hang from the saddle and you put your feet in. He's showing me those. So I'm wondering if he's talking about horses, if he rode horses. If you ride horses, I see you got a horse in your profile. I'm wondering what that is. A lot of love to you. And he's showing me a horse, a beautiful show horse. So I'm wondering if he did this. Sorry, I can't elaborate. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. And I have to get to got Kavita. Ooh. Sarah. And Sarah. I want to say Dad's clone. Sarah, are they talking about Austin? It's Austin is your son's name, right? Are they talking about, they're saying Dad's clone. So do they mean your husband's clone is your son? Your son is your husband's clone? Is that what they're saying? That's what the other side is saying to me. I feel a woman, and I feel like I almost feel Italian. I don't know. With the cooking is wonderful. And so, spices and all this. She's saying that the boy is like his father's clone. And a lot of love to you. I have 1 minute left. Thank you, Sarah, for everything that you do for me. Thank you so much for keeping an eye on the Psychic Medium of Sarasota group. I appreciate you so much. What was the other one? Carol. Oh, my God. Devin. Carol, I do have a song for you, and I feel like I'm doing the Watusi to it. Devin, I'm going to pull you a card. I'm at 9 o'clock. I'm doing the Watusi, Carol, if I am you, your parents, and there's something that your mother put on, I feel like pineapple ham on little skewers with a cherry on top. Somebody absolutely hated this, but that was the hors d'oeuvre that I'm seeing with the stereo going. That's for you, Carol. And Devin, I'm just going to pull you a quick card because I can't do anything else. I am so sorry to run out. I told you I'm BSing around. And blissful pleasure is sweet pea. That's what I get for you. Blissful pleasure. Make the right choices, Devin. Don't be a jerk. That's what I get from the other side. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you next week. If I did not get to you, KK says, oh, my great father who would have rode horses, my great grandfather, I think she means, who would have rode horses. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. If I didn't get to you, please come back next week and we'll see what we can do. Have a wonderful week. God bless.